second team to finish, and then the final event, but there are 2 heats, so it's a timed final. Just to add a little more intrigue, 4x400 metre relay.
So this heat, we have Lane 2, Auckland Grammar School, Lane 3, Christchurch Boys High, Lane 4, Mount Albert Grammar, Lane 5, a second Auckland Grammar School, Lane 6, St Peter's College, Cambridge, Lane 7, Tauranga Boys College, and Lane 8, Te Paipai or Aotea.
And in the senior girls hammer throw through 5 rounds, Paige Fletcher continues to lead, 57.89, has extended her lead by a fraction there in round 5 over Orla Motley, 52.85 second, and Danny Stoles is currently lying third ahead of Jessie McGrowther.
Four by 400 is one of those really interesting relays because you see sprinters stepping up a distance, but then you see some of your more middle to long distance runners stepping down a distance. You may have seen Caleb Wagner in the screen there, who was in the 3K and the 1500 metres this weekend. 2 silvers for Caleb. So as I said, some athletes stepping down in distance and others stepping up.
And I see in the Tauranga Boys College lineup we have Sam Ruth, victorious in the 800 1500, both with record marks, and also George Wiley, winner of the 3000 metres and this morning the road race. So a bit of a warm down for George.
Yes, so given these are 2 timed finals, the boys will want to give it absolutely everything. So even if they are in the top 3 positions of this first heat, it'll depend on how the second heat goes as well.
So 2 heats of the same event, medals decided on time. Looking forward to our action in the 4x400 senior boys. Still a great buzz out there.
Yes, still a lot of excitement there. I believe, as Tony has mentioned a few times, they will be selecting a paper team for the New Zealand secondary schools. So I'm sure the selectors will be looking at all the results from the weekend now and trying to get that team out to everybody this afternoon.
Also the presentation of the HMS Conway Memorial Cup coming as well. It's going to be awarded to the leading male and female athlete at the secondary schools championships. Quite an impressive looking trophy too. It's got quite a nautical background from the other side of the world, Brad. It's worth a read. But that trophy to be awarded to the leading male and female athletes of this meeting as they go to the blocks here for heat 1 of 2. Auckland Grammar in lane 2, Christchurch Boys in lane 3. It's an A side, Mount Albert Grammar, Auckland Grammar, St Peter's School, Tauranga Boys and Te Paipai o Aotea, as mentioned by Brianna, and I'd imagine feels like perhaps this is a seeded event.
Yes, that might be the case. So we should expect our fastest times to come out of this first heat. However, never say never for our second heat of the timed finals in the 4x400 metre senior boys relay.
Te Paipai o Aotea on the outside. We'll see the Mandingu brothers and the Wills brothers once again teaming up for this, as I think they did in the 4x400. Coming through in lane 5, Auckland Grammar. Thompson, Wagner, Hallett, and we've only got 3 there, but I'm sure they've got a 4th runner.
Passing over, we see Luke Thompson pass to Caleb Wagner, so one of the Grammar 100 metre sprinters passing to our 1500 metre runner there from Auckland Grammar. We also have St Peter's on his shoulder on the outside there. They'll cut in here, as you see, on the back straight. Caleb Wagner stretching away those long legs, trying to make up some distance, although our St Peter's athlete taking the lead with final 150 metres to go.
So this is leg 2 of the 4x4. We know Caleb's got strength and he's hanging on desperately here into the straight, and he's going to launch again.
There we go. See the endurance in Caleb coming out in this 4x4, although our St. Peter's athlete goes again. Successful baton change to our third runners.
Which I think is Christchurch boys. St. Peter's School halfway through, 141.99.
Auckland Grammar's taken the lead again from St. Peter's. I believe the runner being Harrison Day from Auckland Grammar. No. Apologies, we don't have the full team list there, but Auckland Grammar with the lead nonetheless, followed by St. Peter's College. And our third place
Christchurch
team.
boys, I think.
We'll be passing on to our final runner, Charles Howlett, who we saw in the senior boys 400 metres, finishing silver there. He'll be hoping to add a gold medal to that weekend collection with a strong lead.
Extraordinary athleticism for these runners at the end of a long meeting. To be able to produce over the 400, we've talked about as being one of the toughest disciplines on the track, and here they are having to finish it off for their team.
We can see Sam Ruth in the back of the screen there in fourth, flying down, trying to catch up, but Charles Howlett will hold this lead and take the first heat win for Auckland Grammar boys, closely followed by St. Peter's College, I believe, Christchurch boys, and then Sam Ruth for Tauranga boys.
And we'll confirm times all important very shortly before we close with our second heat.
The boys will still wait for confirmation and any protests that might occur in the relay. And as we said, we'll have a second heat going as well for the 4x4.
Auckland Grammar credited with 321.45, the only time that has popped up to date.
Looks like they also won that title last year with a time of 3:25.50, so faster than last year's efforts. Credit to the Grammar boys there.